unleash the lawyers. Brianna DeCellier, Miami. Randy Kessler, Atlanta. Dwane Cates, L.A. All right, Kessler, give me your best shot.
Well, you know, he is a juvenile, and there's a reason, as a society, we believe in rehab. We think that there's a possibility of rehabilitation. This judge has a hard decision. Is there hope for this child? If not, he's an adult. If there is hope, he's treated as a child.
Wait.
Yeah.
Grandmother shot in behind, and let's just hold this thought. He takes the iPod earphones, puts them in, ba-doom, and shoots her over and over from behind. Calls Grandpa, lays in wait for him to come home, bringing him a pizza like every Wednesday night when I get the children their pizza.
Horrible.
He waits. Okay, so Brianna DeCellier, what rehab on double murder?
Yeah, I think the important thing to point out here is that many adult offenders were once juvenile offenders. So in that respect, there is a somewhat high risk of repeat offense. And when you consider that together with the societal interest in not having a murderer walking the streets, I think the appropriate place for this case is clearly adult court.
Dwane Cates.
Nancy, he's 13 years old. When you're 13 years old, your brain's not fully formed when you're 13 years old.
Well, your trigger finger
is. That part of your brain that says that the part of the brain that says maybe I shouldn't do that doesn't work. You got to get this kid a psychological evaluation. You got to find out what's going with this kid, and you got to find out if he can be rehabilitated.
Get a psychological.
You
know what? Let's rehabilitate him, Dwane Cates, and let him come home and babysit your children. Well, to me, unleash the lawyers, Brianna DeCellier, Randy Kessler, Dwane Cates, Kessler. To me, that makes juvenile killers, juvenile predators, even more dangerous. And I prosecuted a lot of them. I've looked at them in court because they don't really understand what they did. They know they meet it under the constitutional, the understanding of the nature of the crime. But they're not fully formed, as Dr. Smerling has just said. The killing means nothing to them. It's like they played a freaking video game. Kessler, why do I want him out rehabbed? You bring him home. You let him cut your grass.
That's why we treat juveniles different than adults. If you don't believe in rehabilitation, then let's just put them all to death and put them all in jail forever and have no rehabilitation.
I didn't say put them to death.
Well, why put them in jail if there's no but why put them in jail if they can't be rehabbed? Why do anything other than end their life and then they're not a problem anymore?
You rehab him. You let him come be a law clerk at your law firm.
No,
what about it, DeCellier?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether or not this guy can be rehabilitated, but what I have a strong feeling that this 8-year period, because the bottom line is he will be released from the juvenile system's custody at age 21. And I don't know if 8 years is a sufficient period of time to rehabilitate a murderer.
Well, you know, Dwane Cates, I will say this. One juvenile that I prosecuted, I recall distinctly, the moment he got out, he committed an armed robbery and gunned down some other people. When I saw him in court the second go around, he was pacing back and forth like a caged animal. And I know that sending a juvenile to jail does not rehabilitate him. In fact, it may make him even worse. But what's my alternative? Letting him out so he can prey upon more innocent people?
Well, there's nothing here to say that he's going to prey on more innocent people. We don't have enough information in this case.
So 2 dead bodies is not enough for you?
Well, it isn't enough for me. Like the previous lawyer said, let's just kill him then. Let's just get it over. But we live in America, and part of the criminal justice system
I'm not entertaining any sarcasm. I'm talking about 2 elderly murder victims and a 13-year-old boy. So just drop the theater and the sarcasm. I'm asking you, what are the alternatives in America today? You can either cut him loose and let him walk, or send him to jail, because our Congress and our legislatures don't give money to help boys like this. Those are my only 2 choices.